Alrighty then. Good afternoon, high schoolers.
Hello. Hi there.
So welcome back from a long weekend. So today we're going to continue on with our discussion of the Columbia River. So last week we started kind of just talking about Grand Coulee Dam, the Bonneville Dam, and just kind of how that was from the Columbia River for various reasons. So today we are going to, for our learning target, we will be able to identify benefits and consequences of damming the Columbia River. All right. So I'm going to make a T-chart. You guys read my horrible handwriting?
Yep, got it.
Okay, it's kind of a requirement for history teachers to have that, so sorry guys. Alrighty then. Based off our discussion of last week and what you remember, what are some benefits and consequences?
Some consequences is that the salmon run was badly damaged.
The salmon run, that is correct.
Some benefits is clean energy to a large portion of Washington State.
Clean energy? Can you be more specific on what energy that was?
Water. Water.
Hydroelectricity?
Hydroelectricity.
Nice! I was
Yes.
halfway there.
You almost got it. You're on the right track.
Thanks. Hydro power.
But you were correct. That is clean energy. Anything else?
Consequences is that it's very expensive.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
It could have consequences towards the Native American tribes that rely on the salmon run.
That is another big one. All right. Anything else?
Benefits is that it's halfway, or is it good for the environment?
Not technically, no.
Should it? Oh, so maybe. Okay, so consequences. Oh wait, so wouldn't it be kind of in the middle because it does like supply clean energy, but then for like the actual ecosystem of the Columbia River?
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle, just because of a lot of factors. With environmental concerns, because of course the salmon run and just kind of other things when they put in the dam, they just kind of destroyed some of the ecosystems. So that's more in the middle. So I'd say environmental. All right. Anything else?
Thinking of one that it might be wrong, but don't we sell some of the hydroelectric power and get money that way? Like selling the electricity?
I believe we might. Don't quote me on that though. I will try to tonight. I'll try to research that and get back to you tomorrow on that.
Okay.
It creates jobs.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Anything else? All right. So I think I've tortured you guys enough with questioning. So I'm just gonna kind of like explain these, and I'm gonna add in some of my own.
Okay.
So benefits: hydroelectric power. That is correct. A lot of our power in Washington State is from hydroelectric. It is clean energy. It is renewable energy, and we're harnessing the power of the river. So it's not going to go away anytime soon. Creates jobs. That is correct. We need people to maintain the dams. They're very big and they got a lot of inner workings in them. A lot of stuff goes into it. I don't know, I'm not an engineer, I'm just a history teacher, but it's a lot of stuff to maintain. And also when it was built, it did create a lot of jobs. People flocked into Washington State just to get a job here. Alright. So some consequences, the salmon run. So, spoiler alert, tomorrow we're going to watch a video on salmon run. So this had a big consequence because of the dams, salmon cannot get through them as easily. Even though we have built what's called salmon ladders so they can try to get through, they cannot always get through because when they're kind of going towards the dam, it's harder for them to go towards the flow of the water, and they will sometimes get stuck into the turbines. So it's, yes, rest in peace, millions of salmon.
Oh no.
That's really sad.
And a waste. Angering.
Alright, so other yeah, no striking yet.
Okay.
So another consequence is it was expensive. It cost millions of dollars to create. It's a big project. It was, it's gonna cost a lot of money for this. Last one, one second, last one, Native American tribes. That is correct. So Native American tribes, they relied heavily on the salmon. This was a part of their culture, a part of their way of life. And because there wasn't as many salmon coming towards them, they weren't able to uphold like some of their traditions. Plus, when the government came in and just kind of took the land to build the dam, the tribes got displaced from their land. And some of their sacred fishing grounds, some of them they don't have anymore. They have very few today where they can go and fish. Environmental, that is a big concern. With the salmon, kind of going back to the salmon, there's not as many left today. And in addition, because of kind of some of the pollutants that result from other factories and things like that, it does create environmental concerns because there's pollutants in the river. Yes.
And salmon is a really important food source for a lot of animals, isn't it?
Yeah. So not only does it affect the salmon themselves, it also affects the animals that rely on it. Alright, so, oh man, I am blanking today.
It's
So, yeah, it's a Monday. So, another benefit is it actually helps us out with economic concerns. Because, believe it or not, a lot of barges go on the Columbia River. And because of how the dam kind of just makes the water still, doesn't make it flow as fast, they're able to get to their destination faster. So that is another benefit. Other consequences, I honestly cannot think of any other ones. You guys pretty much nailed it. But yeah, essentially just having the dam in, it created some benefits. We have power. We can just go over and flick a switch on, flick a switch off. We can turn on our computers and not have to worry about the battery just dying on us a few hours later. But there's also some consequences that affected the people that lived in the area and the animals, and it still affects them today. Alright, so yeah, those are the benefits and consequences, and tomorrow we will be watching video, so bring pen and paper so you can take notes.